This is Game Day, sponsored by the Maids of Durham and Chapel Hill. Are your home cleaning chores starting to gain too much ground? You should let the maids tackle your mess. All right, Mark Donovan, that Big 8 conference is loaded because as good as Northwood is, I saw an Orange team last week that was a step faster.
Yeah, you saw them. Orange has a tremendous defense. They've got a solid offense. Northwood had been playing exceptionally well. They were both undefeated going into last week's games, and Orange now gets the upper hand in the conference start at 1-0. That was a huge win for them.
One Big 8 matchup this week has Chapel Hill coming to Durham to play Southern, a Southern team that put up 62 points last week against Northern Vance. Now, Mark Donovan, Chapel Hill a year ago lost a whole lot of guys on defense. Another big night for Southern.
It should be a big night for Southern. Chapel Hill, however, has been doing better. They've won 2 in a row, as has Southern. But Chapel Hill's gotten their running back, their star running back. Darius Allen is playing again. And they should give Southern more of a test, certainly, than Northern Vance. Northern Vance is 0-5 now, and which rebounds to Orange's benefit because Orange gets to host Northern Vance this week after that rough game that Northern Vance had against Southern last week.
Okay. In the Mid-State Conference, Carrboro had a bye last week. In fact, Carrboro coach Jason Tudrin was at the Northwood Orange game. I was sitting next to him. He was doing some radio commentary for an area radio station. I caught up with Tudrin on Sunday, who let me know that wide receiver Marlon Johnson would be back this week, but Trey Sharp, who also has been out with injury, is expected to miss another couple of weeks. Now, you were at that season opener when Trey Sharp was injured. Did it look that bad at the time?
Well, I believe it's the third game of the season, but Sharp went out, and it looked like he was trying to walk it off, a sprained knee. It looked like he was trying to walk it off. But Coach Tudrin made a real good point at the time was the goal of the Carrboro team, which finished second in the state last year, is to do similar things this year. And, you know, the regular season was not the primary goal. This is a non-conference game, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if he held Sharp out for precautionary reasons again.
Okay. And thank you for the correction. You said that was not the season opener, but
Correct.
a few games into the season.
Yep.
Carrboro has Randleman this week. Do you know anything about that Randleman squad?
Yeah, they're 4-1. They've had an outstanding year so far. And Carrboro is going to be hard-pressed to stop them because without Trey Sharp eating up yardage, he's a 2,000-yard-plus rusher each year he's playing. Without him out there, it's going to be difficult for them to hold the ball.
Before we go, anything else in area football that we need to know about?
Yeah, South Granville's going to have a fairly tough game. South Granville's one of the better teams in the area. They're 4-1, and they're traveling to play a 4A team in East Wake High School out in Wendell this Friday night. East Wake is only 2-3, but they are a 4A team, so that should be a test for South Granville.
Okay. Anything in the Pac-6?
Nothing. We have a night off.
Okay.
This is a bye week. We've only got 6 games on the schedule this week, which is pretty remarkable for this time of year.
All right. That's going to do it for us this week on Game Day. Be sure to check us out at Herald-Sun.com for Friday night football scores as they come in, and go right back there Saturday morning, as well as check our print edition for complete coverage of all the area high school football action. I'm John McCann. This is Mark Donovan, and this was Game Day. Game Day is sponsored by the Maids of Durham and Chapel Hill.